Hi everyone, Jill here. Welcome to today's Gab Sesh. I'm a little giddy. I'm very excited because today is the day that I get to announce the big winner for my Hello 2020 subscriber appreciation giveaway. I made the end date the 17th, so you could have plenty of time to enter if you were late to watch that Gab Sesh slash kind of giveaway video. I have to say that I am really sad that I couldn't include those of you that are like in the UK, those of you that are in Hawaii, you know, with outside of the continental US. I really, really feel bad that you cannot be included in this. I really want to figure out for future giveaways a way to make shipping just, you know, a little easier and, you know, less expensive, of course. So I want you to know that I appreciate all of you who were not able to enter because you didn't live in the continental US. I have quite a good amount of subscribers that are, for instance, in the UK, and I appreciate all of you so much. I know many of you started from the very, very beginning, and in no way does this mean that I don't appreciate you at all. I appreciate each and every one of you. So you are going to see the winner at some point pop up in the video, just randomly. And if that winner is you, congratulations, first of all. And make sure that you email me at jlskintherapy@gmail.com so you can give me your mailing address so I can get that puppy out to you. And I just hope you are so excited to open that baby up and see all that you've won. It is pretty amazing. Before we get to that and we announce the winner, you know, I wanted to show you guys the new kitten, Lyla. I was doing my makeup and everything, and I had to hold her like this and put my makeup on. I'd put her on the desk and she would crawl back up on me. And now that I'm ready to show her and have her here, she's nowhere to be found. I will grab her before the end because I really want to share her with you guys. She is so cute. She's getting more sassy. She's kind of like getting into her own personality, and we all feel like we misnamed her, like we should have named her Sassy. And so, but we're, you know, it's like we stuck on Lyla, and I still love that name. But yeah, she's really, really cute. But when she's a little chilly or just sleepy, she would much rather sleep on me than anywhere else. But I've noticed that she is becoming a little more independent, and she doesn't do that quite so often. But yeah, she was all over me. I think she was chilly because I don't keep this room. This room in the winter gets chilly, but it feels good to me. And in the summer, though, it gets very warm, and I will have to put my air conditioner in here, I think, to be able to film in here in the summer. I know I will. So anyway, I think that's what happened. She was a little chilly, and she had to be on me. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I hope you're doing really well. I do have something I want to share with you today that I mentioned in a prior video that I want to show you. Actually, I think it was the giveaway video. No, it was my favorite makeup stuff in 2019. So I'm going to show you that because it is really, truly a wonderful find that I absolutely love. So today I purposely wore this wig because this is Kristen in Palm Springs Blonde. And I mentioned in my top 4 favorite wigs of 2019 how I just do not like the Palm Springs Blonde in the non-HD fiber, in the regular synthetic fibers. And if you're new to wigs, or if you have yet to get into that wig arena, one thing that is so important to realize is that you can have one color in a line that you really love, and it will differ per what type of fiber it is. So for instance, Palm Springs Blonde here, to me, looks so different in the HD fiber than here in the non-HD fiber. And I'm sure it looks yet very different in a human, you know, in the human hair variety as well. So they change, of course, you know, the way that that they're gonna look. So keep that in mind, and I knew that. I was just hoping. However, here's why I just don't care for it too much, and why is, well, I'm looking at myself here in my mirror. I apologize if I need to bring it up just a little bit more, I think, so I'm not dipping down so much. I feel, and I should have my Palm Springs Blonde in my, I'm sorry, maybe I'll do an actual legit video on the differences that I see between the synthetic and non-synthetic of Palm Springs Blonde. I can get my Ignite out, compare, yada yada. I'm not going to do that in this Gab Sesh, but to me, I see more of sort of a flatter color. I feel like this is just sort of like completely, not completely, it just looks, you know, it's like I bleached my whole hair. I'm not seeing a lot of highlights and lowlights and dimension. That's the word I'm trying to find. It doesn't have the dimension that I'm seeing in the HD fiber for Palm Springs Blonde. I do see, you know, some lowlights. I do see just a little bit, but it's really not so apparent, really, in this color as a whole when you just look at it. And of course, it being a very light blonde, the shine factor is through the roof. So I have used dry shampoo in this, and yet it's still, to me, I don't know, I've got lights on me, but it still to me is a bit too shiny to be pulled off. It's kind of a realistic, this is my hair thing. And I don't have any sun, unfortunately, coming through today. I have my blinds open, but it is a very overcast day. My chair is making sounds and it's driving me crazy. So yeah, that's the first thing that I noticed right off, is the dimension was gone, I think, in the synthetic version, the non-HD synthetic version, I should say. So I wanted to share, you know, I've worn it once. I think I recorded 1 or 2 videos with this, but I wanted to wear it just to kind of show you. But, you know, this is Kristen. So Kristen does not have a monofilament part or a monofilament top. All Kristen has is a lace front, which I'm really happy that it has that. So it's much like Ignite in that way. Ignite also doesn't have any monofilament, just the beautiful lace front. So that's why I wanted to try Kristen here, because the price point is quite nice. I do wear my Kristen in Malibu Blonde quite a lot. I really do like it. I don't reach for it as often as, say, the ones that made my favorite wigs of 2019, but these are comfortable wigs, even though it doesn't have an extended nape that I like. It's a fairly basic cap, but it has the lace front, but yet it is quite comfortable. It really is. It feels nice. It is a comfortable wig to me. So yeah, I do like the wig itself. I like the way it's shaped, and I do like the little bit of face framing kind of softness that you get around the face with Kristen. Unlike some other bobs that are just one length all the way down, this one has a little bit of layers and stuff right around the face, and I like that a lot. I have not trimmed this, cut this, thinned this, or anything. I really love the shape of this wig all by itself, and I know that it sometimes can look a little heavy back here, but it doesn't bother me to feel like I need to do anything about it. Anyway, this turned into a wig chat. All right, I want to share with you this product that I really think you should know about. I really love it. I do want to do a video showing you guys how I clean my makeup brushes. However, it's really super easy. I probably don't need to do one, but I will, because maybe it'll be helpful to somebody out there. However, I love this, and it has changed what I use to wash my brushes with. I still use Dawn dish soap on my makeup sponges because Dawn cuts the grease and the oils that are usually in the liquid foundation that has gotten into my sponges, and that works better than anything I have used. So I still really wring it out super, super well, but that seems to do the trick on my makeup sponges. But on my brushes, Dawn is a little too harsh. I do have some brushes now that I paid pretty good money for, you know, so I want to have them last for a long time and keep the softness and whatnot, you know, that they have. So this is called Sig Magic Sigma Scrub. I love it. And this comes off so you can get to it. There's these little nubbies, and there are 3 suction cups here on the back. So you suction cup that to the side of your sink, inside your sink. And then you get your brush wet. My brushes need it desperately, which is why I'm thinking about recording, because I'm going to be doing it soon. And you get the water on your brush, and then you just swirl it around in here. You swirl it in. This isn't brand new. I use this a lot. And at first I thought, I bet this is going to run out and just very quickly, you know, but it is not. I've gotten many, many uses out of this, and it still has a ton, I'm sure. And it gets a kind of a little sudsy, and it washes them so, so well. The bristles stay really soft. It's like a coconut oil blend that they use here, and it is really nice for your brushes. It's better than any solution that I've ever used to clean my brushes. So I love the formula, but I love this little doodad. I got it last year. I hope they still have it. I'll check, because if they don't, you won't be seeing this. I will have edited this whole thing out. But yeah, I really like it a lot. And when I do my smaller brushes, say like these ones, I'll do a few at a time, and I'll just kind of course, you know, line them up and then get them in some water, and then I'll do them, you know, more than one at once when I do little tiny ones like this, you know, and then rinse it really well, and all of that. So yeah, I just love this. So something that I'm really excited to share with you is a real big change, a really big change that I've made in my life. And I decided to dedicate a separate channel, a separate YouTube channel to it. It's not that it doesn't, it actually fits into the whole thing here in my channel about aging and, you know, all the different things that we deal with, from thinning hair, skin issues, you know, all of the stuff that we deal with as we age, middle life type of things, and how sometimes we just have to tweak things to have them to continue to work, or just really dump them and try something new. However, this is something that I just really kind of wanted to separate completely. That way, if you're not interested in it at all, it's not something that's going to pop up for you. And if you are interested, I hope you will go over to my new channel and subscribe, of course, because I really think it's going to be fun. And just like I did with the wigs, how I started from the very beginning of my journey and shared it with everyone, that is what I'm doing over in my new channel, which is called Keto Living Over 50. I have been on paleo in the past, and I worked with my doctor at the time that I seeked out. Super, super lucky that I found her. She revolves her whole practice around the paleo diet or keto type of diet, and believes very much that your health starts in your gut. And I don't know how I managed. I Googled, and I don't even remember what I Googled, but at the time where we lived, she literally was about 3 minutes away. It was a great find. I don't know how I got so lucky. Anyway, so I had worked with her. I reached out about 3 months into strict paleo, but I wanted a doctor's supervision. You know, I wanted some professional guidance. I think it's so important at any age, but I think especially when we are in middle-aged, when we embark on anything like this, I think it is important to find a doctor that will support you and understands really clearly what you're doing, and can help you along the way, do proper blood work, problem solve with you. I just think it's so important to work with a doctor, especially if you are on prescriptions, you know, on medications. I just think it's so important. Anyway, So I was doing this and was on it for a very long time. And then her husband, who was a nutritionist, was in a meeting with us when we were going over how I'm doing. And he really wanted me to try a good 3 months on just doing keto, which is taking things to a whole deeper level. Anyway, so I did that. You know what? I don't even remember at what, I know I got food poisoning. This is unrelated to the keto diet, but I did get food poisoning really bad. It was awful. And I was so sick, and I ended up going to the hospital and all of that. After that, I just did not, I don't know. Everything turned off, and I slowly started falling off the wagon, and eventually got completely off the wagon. I mean, it took me a long time to completely just get off the wagon. And I have been off the wagon and gained all of that back, which wasn't much. And it took me a while to get rid of it because, again, you know, it takes a longer time for us to turn things around, to heal before the weight loss can happen. So it took me a while, and I lost about 30 pounds, which was a lot for me. And anyway, it took me, Lordy, let's say it was weeks. It was literally maybe 2 months, 8 weeks, 6, 8 weeks. Gain that back. No kidding. That is how carb intolerant I am. And I wasn't, when I say I went off the wagon, I don't mean that I started eating a bunch of crud. You know, I really think I make good choices in general. Especially around the time when all of that weight came back. So it just shows to go, no, it just goes to show that my metabolism just is very carb intolerant. You know, lots of years of damage there. So, so I gained all of that back, plus over a period of time, I gained that back plus 30 pounds more. Lovely. And I don't blame that on the paleo diet, keto, any of that. It is the way my body is, actually. And many of us who are quite overweight, we're all carb intolerant. And it's going to have to be a lifelong thing. And it was my intention, absolutely. It always is, you know. I've never gone on a diet before. And so when I started the paleo, it was a lifestyle change. I don't look at that, or the keto for that matter, as a diet, even though it's called the ketogenic diet, the paleo diet, because diet just stands for eating, what we're eating in a day. But yeah, I am not into that. I'm petrified that that's going to happen again, and then I'm going to gain that weight back, plus, you know, be in a whole plateau level that I would never have conceived being. Anyway, but that is the mentality that was causing me to just ignore things. So and I decided to start paleo, which is basically cutting out grains, processed foods, sugars, anything with a barcode on it, really, for the most part, it has got to go. So I decided to do that. So I started it on the 30th. And then, you know me, I love to research. I have been researching all of this since around 2006 when I first got very, very ill. I want to say I was bed bound. I was bed bound for about 4 months, 3 months. I could not get out of bed. I was fatigued beyond understanding. I had vertigo. It was awful. Absolutely awful. I couldn't go to Thanksgiving. I had to stay home. I just remember it being really hard because I really don't think other people in my family believed me, and I think they thought I was a hypochondriac. It was a hard time in every way. But anyway, once I was able to get out of bed, and I realized that over some time and seeing lots of different specialists, I had to figure this out because nobody else could. So I started diving in and researching, getting on our old computer back then, which wasn't old to us, but I think about how old that computer is nowadays. But Yeah, I just, I started trying to be proactive in my own health and understand what in the world is going on with me. This was an ongoing thing with me, you guys. This took me down lots of different roads. And it's just a forever thing. I'm always going to be trying to figure out how I can feel better. I know I'll never feel like I used to, but when I start running on a very low percentage of health wise, you know, that's when I start really kind of panicking. So yeah. Anyway, a lot of reading about inflammation, what foods cause inflammation and havoc in your body. It led me to the paleo way, which is no grains of any kind, not just gluten, no grains of any kind. They're very inflammatory, especially to damaged bodies, you know. However, because of my carb intolerance, because paleo is not a low carb diet, I think that's very misconceived. I think paleo, it isn't. It's not low carb at all. However, keto is, and that's where I need to be. I cannot tolerate carbs at all. My body just absolutely stores them as fat. Anything that I eat will go as fat in my body, and it's causing havoc in my metabolic pathways in all sorts of different ways. Insulin resistance and just not being able to utilize hormones correctly and all of that. So I really decided I'm just going to have to explore the ketogenic diet, and it's going to have to be a lifelong thing. It's not something I can dip my toe in and then take it out. I'm just going to really screw myself up to do that. Anyway, so I started this channel called Keto Living After 50. Is that it? Yeah. If you would, I would love for you to go hop over there and check it out. I'll put the link down in the description box. And I have only one video up there so far. I should have a couple. What is today? Saturday? I should have a couple up there by now. I should have 2 or 3, because I'm doing, to kickstart my channel because it's in its baby stages, I'm doing a new video for it every day for 30 days, just to kind of get that content up there. That way people will get a feel as to what my channel is going to be about. And, you know, just like I started off with my wigs, I started out here on YouTube from the very beginning of my journey and just went along with that, and you went along with me. That's exactly what I'm doing over there. Is I'm beginning this again, starting from the beginning, sharing my experiences, you know, with everyone, and we're just kind of going to go through this journey with each other. I hope to just kind of inspire middle-aged women and men to not give up, to not feel that good health is no longer in reach anymore. They just have to live with where they're at. I just absolutely think we need to break that wall down and just never give up on feeling the best that you can, even with issues you may be dealing with, and they crop up a little more as we get in middle age. So we tend to have a little more of those. So we have, you know, a lot of, you know, walls to break through, whereas the younger crowd doesn't usually. So anyway, I hope you'll go check it out and like the video. I would love to hear you guys over there. Let me know you're there. Comment. I'll know who you are. And yeah, so I'd appreciate that support, and subscribe for all, you know, by all means. I hope you subscribe as well. I have a pretty good feeling that the winner of the huge giveaway for Hello 2020 has been announced. Congratulations. And again, email me now so I know where to send that package. It's packaged up actually, and it's all ready to go. And at jlskintherapy@gmail.com, let me know your address. If for some reason, guys, I do not hear from anyone by next Gab Sesh, so I'm just giving them just a few days, because I usually record my Gab Seshes on Friday. So this is Friday. This is going to air on Sunday. So you have until Thursday, really. And if I haven't heard from anybody, I am going to draw a new winner. and announce someone else. So please get to me as soon as you can. I hope if you're the winner that you are watching and that you will be watching at least in the next few days. So congratulations again. I'm never the winner either. Those of you that didn't win, I know, I never am. But don't give up, because this coming year I'm going to be having a lot more giveaways. And like I said, I'm going to figure out the best way that I can send to those of you that aren't in the continental US. Give me a little bit though. I might have a couple more giveaways before I figure that out, but I promise I am going to figure something out. All right, guys, I'm going to go find Miss Lyla, okay? So you guys can meet her in person. Here is gorgeous, beautiful. She was sleeping. She's really tired. She was covering up the microphone. Here is gorgeous, little Miss Gorgeous Lyla May. Lyla, she has gorgeous blue eyes, you guys. You can't see them very well because she was sleeping, so her eyes are closing. Yeah, she is so pretty. There she is. You're so pretty, honey. So she was born September 21st. Oh God. Oh gosh. She was born September 21st, so she's getting near 4 months old. So what is that? Yeah, 4 months old. So 16 weeks. She's already been to the vet a couple times. She's very healthy. She has had her shots and her deworming, and she needs another shot. Her rabies shot is due in about 3 weeks. I'm nervous about that one. I guess ragdoll kittens don't do well with really immunization shots really at all, especially the rabies. This is something I've heard from people online, watching YouTube videos. There is a holistic veterinarian on YouTube that I really like to watch, and she also has said that. When I talked to my new vet, because we just moved, as you know, so I had to seek out a different veterinary hospital / veterinarian. And I really do like where I'm going. It's very small, and so far I like the doctors. But I brought this up to her, and she just kind of poo-pooed it. She said, oh, and even my breeder, the breeder that I got her from, she doesn't give, it's against the law. She doesn't give her cats rabies shots unless they're being shown, if they're show cats, because you got to have rabies shots to even enter. So, but she doesn't do it. Anyway, my vet said, well, by law, you have to have it. And I said, I know. I'm just, kind of afraid. And she said, well, you wouldn't be able to come here if you didn't have a rabies shot. There's no doctor that's going to have animals come to them that haven't been, And I said, I understand that. Yeah, I know. And she says, well, one thing we can do is we will just make sure that we don't give her more than one immunization shot at a time. And we'll make sure that we give her some, like a little steroid shot that's like a Benadryl, just to kind of ease any symptoms she may have. And if she has a bad reaction to something, we know not to give her that. And I absolutely will not. She said, I'm not going to pressure. Well, she goes, I just won't. If I see an animal has struggled with that shot, even if she needs boosters down the way, I'm not going to give her it. And so I'm like, yeah, that's true. So anyway, so I'm a little nervous about the rabies one. She just had one of her shots about last week. This is Friday, so yeah, it was last week, I believe. Yeah, and so we're gonna wait about 3 or 4 weeks before we do the rabies shot. I'm just doing the core. I believe in immunizing your cats. I do, and I'm just doing the core ones, not the extra ones. For instance, she's never going to be an outdoor kitty. She's not going to ever be allowed to go outside. So, and we have a mud room, so she can't even run outside
without us knowing, or just because she's fast and sneaky, because she is still not going to be outside if she goes out that door. So the chances of her getting outside are quite slim. Probably not impossible, obviously, but they're very slim. So I'm not doing other shots that they have out there that are kind of geared toward more, outdoor animals. And the vet didn't think I needed to do as either. Anyway, so yeah, she is quite a love bug still. She is starting to get a little bit more kind of independent, but she would much rather sleep on me than anywhere else, that's for sure. And she is so cute because she just, when she's ready to take a nap, she will just find me and crawl up on me. And if I'm working on the laptop, she'll sit right on the laptop, and I can't tell you how many times I've lost stuff with her doing that. And she just kind of demands my full attention. Like right now, I think she's going to start getting irritated that I am not completely focused on her right now. She's like, what the heck, Mom? What the heck? What the heck? Anyway, I'm surprised she's not purring. She purrs really loud. So, yes, I have a ton of videos of her. I have a ton of pictures of her. I share the ones I really, really like on her Instagram. I have a little Instagram. It's called ragdoll_Lyla. And it's the adventures of Lyla and Loki. Loki is my Japanese chin. They're getting along really great. I don't even have to worry about it anymore. With her temperament and Loki's temperament, they're doing great. So it's so cute to see them play together. They don't really understand how to play together, really, but they chase each other around, and so it's really cute. Anyway, so check out that Instagram if you are interested in seeing some, pictures of them, both of them. I have both of them on there. I have quite a few videos and little things. She's grown. You'll see how much she's grown compared to those first few that I first put up. I know, she's kind of disappearing down here, isn't she? Yeah, I love this. Let me see if I can show you. I need to put this somewhere. Here. Look at this cute, hi baby, I just want to see something. She has this cutest little kind of band, this white band right here that I think is so cute. She has the biggest, fluffiest, most beautiful tail. You can't really see it. She is adorable. Absolutely cute. All right, guys, I am going to say goodbye for this Gab Sesh today. Congratulations once again to the winner of that really, truly amazing giveaway. And I will be doing more as the year goes on, and I just hope that winner is watching so she knows that she won. All right, guys, I hope you have a really great rest of your Sunday, an amazing week ahead. I will see you guys really soon. Bye-bye.